today we're going to talk about The Greatest Showman, which just came out, was up for some Golden Globe nominations. Here we go. What are your guys' first impressions?
I gotta confess, I went into the movie knowing very little about what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a more frank and candid look about P.T. Barnum and how he made his circus a freak show. But it was more like Moulin Rouge, so I was surprised.
Honestly, it was a good time. Like, just sitting back and having fun and thinking about it more. Yeah, not so great. And it was a good time, but it doesn't mean it's a good movie again.
Right.
Just to think about that. We'll talk about that more, I think. How about you guys?
I was really excited to see this movie. The cast is amazing. I love musicals. The circus can be so cool. And I was disappointed. I walked away pretty disappointed.
Okay. I had a totally different reaction, guys.
Really?
In the movie theater, loved it. Teared up, totally enthralled. I was eating up every single minute of it. Then I came home, because it's a biopic, right? And I don't know that much about Barnum. I was doing tons of research, and now I am so disappointed. Like that. I thought Hugh Jackman was portraying this amazing man, this family man who had morals and, like,
Nice sweetie baby. Oh my gosh.
I was so naive.
Yeah, I like history. I consider myself to be an amateur student of history, and was a little disappointed how they portrayed P.T. Barnum. While he did have a lot of noble intentions of, entertaining the masses and not just having things like theatre be for the upper crust, but they portrayed him as a saint.
Yeah.
Where in real life he was he's a shyster.
He was
Exactly.
a scumbag.
He was a piece of shit, honestly. I mean,
Exactly. It's so annoying to see like Hollywood or other media even like portraying sleazebags as being good people.
Yeah.
And I think it's even worse than that. Then other people, characters like the singer from Sweden, right?
Mrs. Lin.
Yeah.
Mrs. Lin, like she seemed to be a very nice person when you read up on her, and when you watch the movie, it's like, oh,
yeah,
she just throws herself at him, and so this is why everything goes to shit. No, that's not why.
No.
This is not why it goes to crap. It's because she's a good person and couldn't handle all these crazy methods that he was doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, did not get that impression from the movie.
You didn't get the impression that...
That it was his
yeah,
fault?
yeah.
That she wasn't just like,
Yeah.
well, I'm in love with you and you're not going to be in love with me, so therefore I quit my job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
It's not
just...
clear that there was actually any love story. And then, so Zac Efron's character, complete bullshit. Like, he was not a real person.
Nope.
Yeah.
No,
Neither was Anne, the trapeze artist.
Yep.
Yep.
And I don't know. I couldn't really.
And I think
rectify
it's
it after
okay.
that.
Like, I think it's okay to go away from the truth, but don't like make the memory of some people horrible when they actually did a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
She
And
gave
vice
her,
versa.
she
Vice
gave her
versa.
money to charity, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and they only touched on that, and then that was it.
Yeah.
$350,000.
And they talked
back
about
then.
her fee, and they're like, her fee is so much, but they never went back to the fact that she gives it all to charity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My overall impression was that it was rushed. The character development was rushed. The feelings were rushed. The story was rushed. I mean, they got the whole story of P.T. Barnum without much bad stuff. Just like, bam, bam, bam. Okay, we got that. Let's just move on to the next. Let's not let anyone sit with any particular feeling for too long,
No,
which
I
I
agree.
think is a mistake.
I agree.
Yeah.
Super square and whitewashed and just
It was
perfect.
so clean and
You know?
sanitary.
It's
The
like a
plot-
Yeah.
Disney version of a
It
Disney.
Yeah.
It was
absolutely
like
was,
a Disney
yeah.
version. Like, oh, there comes some tension, but
Let's
we're
immediately
away from it.
Honestly,
Take care
I
of it,
feel
get
like
rid of it.
Disney movies go more to that tension than this movie did. Because, like,
Have you seen Star Wars? Oh, sorry, never mind. I'm just kidding.
when
No,
everything was
no, I
falling
haven't.
apart, when everything was falling apart and his show was closed down and the thing burned down and he was mean to his oddities, so they left him and his wife left him, he had like 10 seconds of sadness.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah.
woo, we're
it was like,
finding
all right, we're a family. Let's get back together.
Yeah.
It's a very linear story, and it's a very like scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Not even, no, actually. I think it's scratching the surface with bare fingers, basically, no nails. You don't go into depth about anything.
I mean,
There's no depth.
I mean, it had about as much historical accuracy as something like Braveheart, which
Yeah.
is just
But that was
I can
awesome.
forgive.
proper toilet propaganda.
I can
It's just-
forgive like inaccuracies if they make the story compelling and it was just so quick, which is it's a shame because of all the stuff that they tried to put into it, and it could have been just like amazing. And there were moments where it got me and it was pulling me, and then immediately just like they moved on. I was like, no.
Exactly.
No
yeah,
way.
yeah.
So how would you guys classify the movie? Is it, I mean, it's a musical, obviously.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
is it a biopic? I've heard this term thrown around, and it's not.
It's not a
I
biopic.
wouldn't call it a biopic.
No.
Pick a biopic.
But it wants to be, though.
It wants to. It's pretending
wants
it
to.
is.
I would argue that it also wants to be a musical but didn't make it.
Okay, now
I'll-
elaborate on that
Yeah.
because...
I mean, my feeling that it failed as a musical because, I mean, while the musical numbers, I personally felt on their own fine, catchy,
Very
upbeat,
catchy,
nice to
yeah.
sing,
I
well
agree.
written. They all sounded the same.
They did.
Every single song
Yeah.
sounded just like the one immediately before it, and some of those songs just would not fucking end.
Yeah.
Like the one at the beginning when
Yes.
they're both kids and like,
Oh, that one.
And then they're adults.
shut up! I don't care.
It was
You've had
so-
too long singing. Enough. The song is done. That's it. Stop.
It was so cute at the beginning.
No, fuck those
And then,
children.
and then,
I mean,
and
don't.
then it was- don't encourage people to do that. What's wrong with you?
We just said don't.
Okay. But aside from the sameness of the music, one particular song stood out, which, for me, which was the "Never Enough."
Yeah.
Never be enough.
That's the one.
Yeah, that was.
So why
was
did that
powerful.
stand out? She was supposed to be an opera singer, right?
Yeah,
There was nothing
that confused
operatic
me too.
about that.
Well, it's
Nothing operatic.
But the whole soundtrack is like that, right? They
Well,
didn't
yeah.
try to.
Everything is
they
purposely
made
copy.
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
a strong choice.
It
Yeah,
got-
they made a strong choice. Whether we like it or not, it's a choice, and they own up to it the whole movie. So I
true,
respect
they
that.
committed.
I respect that.
I
I don't like it, but I respect it.
Yeah. So outside of the sameness of the music, I did think that the lyrics of the songs were beautiful.
They were good, yeah, and obviously, I mean, the lyricists are the two. Well, I don't want to say it like
Oscar
that,
winners.
but the two Oscar winners from La La Land. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
they know what they're doing. They're actually really young and really talented. It's really
32
nice to
years
see.
old,
Yeah.
guys.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Those guys
They
are.
don't have long to catch up.
Those guys are doing really well.
For the exotic people, I had to Google if the bearded lady actually had a beard.
Oh no.
No,
No, it
she's-
was so perfectly trimmed, no way.
It was a beautiful beard.
It was
It
a
was
beautiful
just-
It
beard.
was a great beard.
I can only dream of growing.
But
something
anyways,
like that.
she-
But
She's a Tony nominee, so
I'm not surprised. Her
Yeah,
voice
she's
was
good.
epic.
amazing singer.
I would love to see her live. I just have this feeling that she's immense as a singer.
Yeah.
Just like,
a lot of presence, a lot
Yeah.
of charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a huge
absolutely.
amount of energy.
I mean, in front of
Starring
all
a huge
of
number.
in front of all of the oddities, I couldn't take my eyes off of her.
If we want to talk about another one of the characters, what was his name?
Tom.
General Tom.
General
Tom Thumb?
Tom Thumb.
Thumb?
Charles Stratton.
Yeah. So in the movie, they do use a little man. In real life, it was a 4-year-old kid. So that was interesting to see their take on that. I guess.
Fun fact, he was also a distant relative of P.T. Barnum.
Really, I did not know
Yes,
that.
he was a really
Interesting.
distant cousin.
Well, and they paid the family $150 a week for this child. And
Which
then,
at the time was a lot of money.
that was
Yes,
a lot
absolutely.
Of money. But then they were making him smoke cigars by the age of 5.
Is
Yeah.
that what they did to do the
Yeah.
voice?
Uh huh.
I always wondered.
That is insane.
Apparently, he was indeed very popular with Queen
The Queen.
Victoria.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that is truth.
Yeah.
But he was the only one touring with Barnum at that time.
Yeah.
This is true.
Because the troupe didn't exist.
Yeah.
The circus did not exist.
Michelle Williams. I loved her. I thought I
great.
was
She'd
gonna
be great.
hate her character right from the beginning. I was like, oh, she's gonna be annoying. She was lovely.
She was lovely.
She was
is
great.
lovely.
I really like the scene, especially on the rooftop. I thought the choreography of that was really great.
Stunning.
I was waiting for someone to sail off the top of it.
Yeah, that was
There's
great.
like that one bit where she just like runs to the edge and he just like grabs her by the hand.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, lady!
Don't mess that up, Hugh.
I'm a sucker for symmetry too, and so in a lot of these, I want to call them video clip, but like music video clips. Anyway, in all of these numbers, basically, there's a lot of symmetry going on in terms of the decor and the shots, the framing of the shots, and I really like that.
Like the bar scene.
Yeah.
Hugh
Yes.
Jackman and Zac Efron
Yeah.
dancing back and forth, and that bartender who was like just this little glimmer of light. I was like, yeah, man,
Can
you
we
do it.
Can we just talk about the
How much-
choreography for a moment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
great.
Wow.
That was fantastic. I completely agree. Very well timed. Really interesting choices as well to go with the rhythm and all that. The beat was great.
Yeah,
I
and
agree.
how they fitted that around like the lyrics as well.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, they managed to pick some very, very talented dancers and dance coordinators.
Yeah.
And they kicked that off right at the beginning with that opening scene with them
Oh,
stomping
yes.
on the...
Yeah.
yeah.
That
I
was-
mean, that
That was
That
very
may have been my favorite part of the movie.
Which
just
is-
that opening.
Which is funny because it's kind of like Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
I like
what I didn't
nothing
like.
about Moulin Rouge.
What?
But
yeah.
Yeah.
not
You're
my thing.
married to a Frenchman.
Who doesn't like Moulin Rouge?
I feel like they mutilated all of my favorite songs in Moulin Rouge. So here, I was really happy that all of the songs were catchy and things I'd never heard before, so that I couldn't have them be ruined
Yeah.
for me on screen.
I do appreciate that they're original. So overall,
Yes.
how many B's are we going to give The Greatest Showman?
I like this. I don't want to go first.
Well, I think I went first last time. I'll go first this time.
Yes, let's do it.
Yay.
If I was rating it right out of the movie theater, I would have given it 4 B's. But I'm down to 3.
Okay.
Because...
3 B's.
Because it's so inaccurate. Like, I just, yeah. When I'm told that it's a biopic and then I go and research the people and nothing lines up, I mean, very few details line up, I'm devastated.
All right.
Okay, when I go
3 B's.
into a movie with Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman singing and dancing, I expect feelings, and I did not get those feelings. I'm giving it a 3. 3 B's.
All right.
I had feelings.
They're dead now.
Go.
Dead now.
Go for it, James.
I honestly think the only saving graces of this picture were the dance choreography. So
Yeah.
2 B's.
2 B's.
2 B's.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It crapped all over history. It pulled down its pants and took a giant shit.
Well, as for me, I had a good time. Like I said, I thought the visuals were great, songs were good, choreography was amazing, and good cinematography. The directing of the movie wasn't great. It wants to be a biopic, which it isn't. The rhythm is off, especially at the beginning. The kids' relationship does not make any sense, and we are not pulled in any way.
Right.
And it really seems to be just one music video after another, which the director is known for. It's his first
It's
feature.
his first
It's his
feature.
first feature, but before that, he was doing commercials and music videos.
Okay, that
Makes
So
a lot
character-
of
lot of
sense.
Character development is not his strong suit, and it shows. So I would go for a nice 2.5 Bs.
Ooh.
You're giving
Because
a
I had-
bloody B!
Because I had a good time.
Fair
But I don't think it was a good film, so 2.5.
It's
So-
the perfect film to watch if you just need something light and uplifting
Exactly.
to
Absolutely.
think about.
It's a great Hallmark movie.
Yeah,
is.
switch off and just have it in the background, and it's fine. If you actually want to engage in it and take something away from it, please watch literally anything else.
Yeah. Oh.
And on that note, that ends our Carpool Critique. Stay tuned for next week when we will have another one.
And if you're an elephant, get over here, or I will fucking kill you.
What?
Doesn't mean that no elephants were harmed in the making of this Carpool Critique.
All right, that's a wrap. See you guys next week, and please check out our other videos and tune in every Sunday.
Do we have other videos?
Leave a comment below.
Below. All right.